Hi everybody, Justin here again with Rocky Mountain Tough. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, and I know a lot of you guys like them too. We're going to talk about knives. Most specifically, the 3 knives that I take out when I go out in the woods with any type of purpose. And I usually have all 3 on me at once, and I'll explain why. Now, we're going to start with the first one, and this is a very popular knife. It is the Havalon. And this particular one is the Piranta Z. Now, these are really good knives because you can exchange the blade. The blade pops out very easily, and they're razor sharp, scalpel sharp, and they're really good for processing your game. Now, the one thing that I will say about them is the blades are flimsy, and if you put any type of real pressure on them, say you're wanting to get through a socket or something on a hip joint on a large animal, you're probably going to break the blades. Now, these things come with 12 extra blades. I think I have 6 left. I've used these to butcher or skin rabbits, pigs, domestic pigs, and I think maybe a fish or 2. So I had it on me, not quite sure. But I got about 6 blades left, and like I said, it comes with 12, so I've used it quite a bit, and I'm only went through 6 blades, and that's just because I was trying to keep everything sharp and go pretty quick. Now, I know you knife guys are big into the specs. Like I said, it has 12 additional blades. The handle is a super strong military grade polymer, so I don't know what that means exactly. Overall length with it open is 7¼ inches. Has the ambidextrous thumb studs on it, so you can flip it open left or right handed. It is a lock blade, which is nice. It's got the traditional little switch that you push down. Now, it's open on the ends. So it's really easy to clean and wash out. You don't get a bunch of gunk and stuff stuck in there. Now, like I said, the blade itself is pretty flimsy, but it does a really good job when you're skinning an animal. And they are super sharp. In fact, I am going to put some blades in my first aid kit as a scalpel. And I might even get another Havalon to put in my first aid kit as well. I think it'd be nice to have. So like I said, the blade being flimsy and breaking, it leads me to the next knife. This one's a little bit bigger. It's probably the biggest of the 3, but it is not. It's definitely worth its weight. That's what I meant. The Buck Omni Hunter 12 point. This one has the gut hook. As you can see from the blade, it's been used quite a bit. It's in the Real Tree camo pattern. I've used this one on pigs and as well, and I always take it out with me. I've also used it on deer. Now, the one thing I really like about this knife is the curved handle. It fits your hand perfectly. Now, I was a butcher for a long time, and when I cut meat or skin or anything for any long period of time, my hands cramp up. And I find with this knife, it's got a good curve to it, ergonomics, I guess. And my hand doesn't get as tired or cramp up as much with this knife. So I really utilize this knife a lot, and especially with the Havalon, as it's flimsy. I mean, it would be a great knife just to have alone, as it's so light. But like I said, popping a hip joint or something like that, I really prefer this. And it's also a good skinning knife. I used this before I got the Havalon. So this is a wonderful knife. A Buck knife, of course, comes with the Buck lifetime warranty. Just a few specs on this one. It's got a 4-inch blade with the gut hook. and it's 420 stainless steel or steel. 9 3/4 inches overall length, 7 ounces. It comes with this very nice sheath that I like a lot. It fits on my hip. Now I normally don't wear this knife. I usually just keep it in my bag. I have worn it before, and it's comfortable to wear. It doesn't really get in the way of anything like your rifle on your back with the sling or anything like that hitting on it. Anyway, Buck Omni Hunter 12 point, very good knife. And yeah, strongly recommend that knife. Now, those two knives are specifically for animal processing, that kind of stuff. So I'm not really going to use it in camp to process wood. I'm not going to baton wood with my Omni Hunter or anything like that. That's where this next knife comes in. And this is a knife I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with as well. It's the Mora knife. And these are made in Sweden. Amazing knives. They very sharp, and they're easy to keep sharp. They have the Scandinavian grind on them, and the handle is very textured rubber. So if your hand's soaking wet or let's say greasy or bloody from butchering an animal or something like that, it's not going to slip. It's got just a wonderful, wonderful grip. And I use this to process firewood a lot of times. If I'm bored, I'll whittle with it. I've whittled quite a bit with this knife. I carry two now, just in my pack, for the reason that if I'm batoning wood with this one and I need to, say, cut something up, food or vegetables or something like that at camp, I have that extra clean one that's sharp still. Not to say I couldn't put an edge on this one fairly quick in camp, but I just like having the two do that. You know, I use it as a camp kitchen knife, I guess. But I've batoned like 3-inch logs with this knife. And for those of you that don't know what batoning is, it's where you put the blade on top of the log and you take another stick and hit the top of it, and it splits it into smaller pieces. This is not a full tang knife, but I have beat it to death almost, and there's no give in the blade. It still functions like it's supposed to function. And so that's Mora knives. So just to recap, we've got the Havalon piranta. This one is the Z, of course. Any of them are good. They have several models. They also have several blades attachments. I believe they've got like a saw blade or a bone saw blade for another model. So that's something to look into as well. So that's the Havalon piranta, great for skinning animals, butchering, or not butchering, but cleaning fish or small game. Great for big game as well. That's Havalon piranta. Next was the Buck Omni Hunter 12 point. Again, one of my favorites. Great knife to have, great feeling handle. I can't get over the way that handle feels, and it doesn't tire my hand out. That is the Buck Omni Hunter, and the lifetime warranty. You can't beat that. And then last, the Mora, good camp knife, good bushcraft knife, I guess you would call it. Just a fine blade and made by a fine company. They've got quite a bit of other styles of knives, more bushcraft style knives and stuff to that effect. So that's the recap on my 3 favorite knives, the ones that I take out, like I said, any time that I go out in the woods with any type of purpose, hunting, fishing, camping. I love these knives. I definitely recommend you check out the companies. Check out Mora knives, check out Havalon, and check out Buck. These knives are definitely Rocky Mountain tough, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.